Bing.
Who's that?
Telling me that we're live. Live people are going to watch you eat your soup. All right, let's do this.
What?
3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 488, the Cresselia Podcast. Come on, Breen.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about Cresselia, please?
With pleasure. Cresselia is a psychic-type legendary Pokemon, not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon. That's pretty cool.
We've heard it before, actually.
It has a blue swan-like body with a yellow underside, pink eyes, a dark pink round tuft on its head, and a pointed beak-like snout. There are yellow crescent-shaped ornaments on the sides of its head. Cresselia has glowing pink
ornaments?
Ring-like wings.
Perfect time of the year.
I know. On its sides and back with paw-like protrusions resting on its chest.
I know.
These wings release shining particles and undulate beautifully around the quarter moon.
Vernon Cheese wants you to know that what you're doing is not how real people eat soup. He's on to you.
What do you mean? Oh, the licking?
Yeah. Got her.
Cresselia has the power to dispel nightmares, and holding one of its feathers is said to bring happy dreams. However, as seen in the anime, it can be quite hostile towards its counterpart, Darkrai.
What is anime?
Cresselia is the only known Pokemon able to learn Lunar Dance. Cresselia is a female-only species.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm interested.
Super nice.
Would you say sexy?
No, she just looks super nice.
Not interested.
Like she'd just come and land on your comforter right next to you with like a little, and just sit there and help your dreams.
With a little fart?
No, just
she's like the Lunesta moth.
She kind of is. So she's number 488. She's a psychic type. Her ability is levitate.
That Lunesta moth ruins families.
They're 100% female.
Mothers or fathers go to sleep. They never wake up. They don't go to their jobs. Their family loses money.
Can we hear this along? Because I got to go check on the
He's playing in the box with the tissue paper.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing it this morning.
They're 100% female. They are a little tinsel bit under 5 feet tall, but they weigh 188 pounds. So they're a little on the heftier side.
It's a bigger lady.
She's a big. I love a bigger lady.
She's a big, healthy girl.
She's a sturdy girl.
She's sturdy. Well, I was telling a teacher the other day, the kids are all reading like the different versions of the Gingerbread Man. So
wait, I am not familiar.
So there's like the gingerbread baby, there's like all different versions.
Are you familiar with this?
I remember the Stinky Cheese Man.
Different, but
he lives down the street from the gingerbread baby.
So there's the sourdough man. It's an Alaskan gingerbread man tale.
Oh, okay.
And I was reading through it, and it's filled with like beautiful illustrations, and one of them is like a bison or a buffalo or a yak or a something, but it's really, really fat. And I was telling the teacher, I was like, I love fat animals. And she's like, I don't know. I mean, it's funny that you love unicorns, but because you don't really ever see a fat unicorn. And I'm like, well, a fat unicorn is probably the best thing in the entire world to see.
I feel like we've seen fat unicorns.
We've seen fat unicorns. Absolutely. There's one from that movie that all the kids like with the minions.
Vernon Cheese, you're right. I was noticing that in the camera. Yeah, my eyes are glowing blue with my shirt. It's amazing. Look at that. They're really blue.
He's just a sexy boy.
Vernon Cheese, you notice the important things. Hi, Mom Brain. Hi, Kirby. How are you?
Good.
Hello, TAW. My body is ready, and Tasty N and Vernon Cheese and Metasov and Joe Shabadoo and Kimmy Newt and whoever else I missed in there. Thanks for joining us on this pre-Christmas podcast. Merry early Christmas to those that celebrate. Merry, hopefully, days off work and school to those that don't. Hello, Guy Bonds. But thanks for joining us either way. Can't believe it's already Christmas, man.
And happy Hanukkah. We're in the midst of Hanukkah right now.
I don't know enough about Hanukkah to wish people happy Hanukkah. Well, so thank you, Mom. Well, what about
Shalom?
Kwanzaa?
I'm not sure when Kwanzaa starts. Or Diwali.
Hello, Jacob T.
It may be over.
What about Festivus?
I was just going to say Festivus. Where's that poll? Hello. I forget what I was going to say. It's gone now, damn it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. First things first. This past Sunday, we had the return of GoNintendo Radio. GoNintendo Radio. Hello, Zoso187. GoNintendo Radio is back. Again, it is still using the old subscription or the old RSS feed. So if you were subscribed to that, you got a nice little surprise before everybody else did. You can see it as a top story post, but the show is back. It's the show that everything tries to kill, but it always returns somehow. So we're back with episode 35 this time, and more are on the way. So if you haven't checked that out, it is a free download, just like this podcast. And it's a show that focuses on video game music. Mostly stuff that appears on Nintendo systems, stuff that'll appear on some other systems too. Just good game music in general.
Do you want me to turn the big light on?
Mostly Nintendo centric. No, I'm okay for now. So check that out. They're fun. I listen to them during the work week. When I'm always listening to stuff when I'm working, but I'm always looking for new stuff to listen to. So it's nice to have that show because it kills like an hour and a half. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Because by Thursdays I would listen to Serial, and now Serial's done.
Hey, did you donate?
No.
I'm gonna.
To Fun Season 2?
Yeah.
They already got it.
Well, I'd still donate money to
Oh,
them.
okay. Right. Hello, Mr. Quay. I didn't see you donate to PBS. Rick
Last
Steves
night?
was asking you last night to donate.
Rick Steves was hoping to offer me a Christmas family get-together.
If you donate $80,
rucksack.
you'll get a rucksack.
A sensible rucksack for all your travel needs. The importance is meeting the locals and taking in the flavor.
I just met this family yesterday. I'm going to spend Christmas Eve with them, whether they want to or not.
I'm going to sleep in their son's bed.
If you don't know Rick Steves, you need to learn Rick Steves because he's great.
I believe it's free on Hulu. Rick Steves is this guy that travels around Europe and makes
Usually
really
through the back door.
through the back door makes really awkward video tours of different places in Europe, teaching you like what it's like over there, what you can do, how to get around, all that
He's
kind
really,
of stuff.
like-
He's a travel guy.
He's very passionate about travel, though, and like wants to make it accessible to as many people as he can. And he works for public television, so.
But he has a voice like this, and he's
He's
very
got a bit of a lisp.
yeah, he's very mellow, and he's a little bit weird, but
And
he's
he
fun
always,
to
and
watch.
he always wears a fanny pack.
Yes, it's not even what the hell is he called, a money belt,
Right.
because he's
It's
like
a fanny pack.
because he's like, don't bring your wallet around town because the locals may try and steal it. I wear a sensible money belt under my shirt. He's amazing. Yeah, you should check him out.
Great. He's a national treasure.
Well, last night I was up till 2:30 in the morning watching his European Christmas special. It was great.
Yeah, because they had his family on. His family joined
Oh,
him for
wow.
Christmas in
It
Switzerland.
was great.
He's got a nerd son and a nerd daughter. And
Maybe they're not nerds.
the nerd son played Santa Claus. What the hell was he called in Switzerland?
Sinterklaas?
It wasn't, I don't think.
Something else.
But he had a friend.
Black Peter?
No, it wasn't Black Peter.
Are
It
you
was-
sure?
Krampus?
No, God, no. No, it was like a.
You kids
It
better
was
act
like
nice or I'm going to sick Krampus on you.
It was like a funny word.
Well, anyway,
Hmm.
he went from house to house. So his son was dressed up as Santa Claus, whatever they call it. And he was going house to house. And he's like, are you a good boy or good girl? Blah, blah. And they're like, yes. And then he has his sack, which doesn't have toys in it. It has like treats, like candies and cookies.
Oh,
But the children have to sing some weird song for him to get it.
Well, he just asked them to do like a poem or a song first.
So they sing it, and he breaks out like a shortbread like brick with like
I'd sing for a shortbread
crappy
brick.
icing on it.
It doesn't have crappy icing. It's probably all handmade with like real butter and goat's milk and stuff.
You want to know the real cool part? Rick Steves rode a wooden horse down a hill, a
it was
snow-covered
like
hill.
a scooter with no wheels and just a sled, like a ski scooter.
Mhm.
It was really cool. I
I
want
gotta see this.
As you can see, the episode was action-packed, so check it out.
I had a hard time falling asleep.
I don't know how the hell we got there from GoNintendo Radio, but whatever. Oh, because Serial's over, yeah.
Yeah, so was it a pretty disappointing end?
Serial, no, because I knew it ends unresolved because it's like happening right now.
Mhm.
It's just disappointing because it ended. I'm sure they're going to revisit the whole situation and then like another show like maybe a couple of years down the road or something like that. I know they're doing another podcast that is just like Serial. It's going to be like Serial Season 2, but a different case or something like that. So, but no, I'm just upset that it ended because I was really enjoying listening to it. You should check that. You should check out that podcast if you haven't already. But like 5 million people have, so chances are you have at least
like
heard of it.
The most popular podcast in the world.
It is true.
So you might have heard about it.
Number 1 was that. Number 2 was
GoNintendo.
no. What's his name? That's terrible. What's CM Punk?
Colt Cabana.
Colt Cabana's podcast was number 2.
Really?
Yeah. After that CM Punk podcast. Yeah. All right. Let's do some top stories. Smash Brothers Wii U and 3DS are gonna get some tweaks to the online play, but Mr. Sakurai says that there are no more plans to tweak balancing in a future patch. So the way the way everybody plays right now is the way everybody's gonna play forever, unless some unforeseen event or glitch or something happens. Mr. Sakurai says we will be at least working on a few things connected to the online play experience bit by bit. He says if we were to do something like tweak characters and their customized special moves, there'd be no end to it. But with that said, if there are any glaring issues, we may address them. So right now, I don't know of any glaring issues. So it seems like the way characters play right now is going to be their final form. So get your character. If you're into custom moves, do that and learn how to play. Get your butt kicked. Big Huge Squirtle says laughs. I guess he doesn't believe Sakurai. Or he's imitating Iwata, who always laughs. There was an interesting sound file that popped up for Smash Brothers Wii U this past week. Somebody was going through the data on the disk, and they found an unused sound file that seemed to indicate it's, one of those discussions between Pit and Palutena and what's-her-face, the other girl. And it's like, it seems like I forget what they say. It's like a character from another dimension or something like that. They don't specifically say who it is or who they're talking about. So it could be in there just to support any future DLC that comes out, just, like a basic placeholder line of audio, or maybe it's specifically related to some character we don't know about yet. Okay? We know about Mewtwo. I don't know if you'd consider him from another dimension.
Another dimension.
I mean, I don't know enough about Mewtwo. Maybe he's from another dimension. But there's some unused sound data in there, and whether it was left in there never to be used or left in there by accident, or there are future plans for it. Obviously, Nintendo and or Sakurai aren't saying anything right now, but it gives some hope for future content besides just Mewtwo. Sonic Kurosaki says, could this just be generic DLC character talk? I don't think it would be very cost-effective to record new dialogue for just Mewtwo. I would agree with you on that, sir, but it remains to be seen. I don't know. My Body is Ready says Sakurai laughs a lot in his interviews. It's a Smash Bros. Meme. Sakurai and Iwata and Miyamoto all laugh a lot in their interviews, and you never see that in other interviews. It's nice to see happy people.
What are you saying? I'm not happy?
What are you, mad?
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Mr. Kondo talked about the development of the original Majora's Mask, some disagreements that came up during development. He also talks about the music in the 3DS version and his participation in Zelda Wii U. So I will talk to you about the newer stuff. He says the music in the 3DS version of Majora's Mask, he says, actually with Majora, we thought it was really important to protect the feeling of the game because the music was tied so well to the original gameplay. We've done some cleanup on the audio quality, but the music itself, we haven't changed. We did some rebalancing, of course, to make it sound good on the 3DS before you were hearing it out of your TV speakers, and we just needed to do some rebalancing for that now that it's on a handheld. So much like Ocarina of Time, the soundtrack of Majora's Mask is going to remain the same, just a cleaner version of it. And I mean, quality, not like cursing or anything like that. Was that you? And he says, as far as Zelda Wii U, he'll be supervising, but not actively composing for that, which isn't really a big surprise because, to my knowledge, the only song he composed in Skyward Sword, as I said recently, was the intro song. So not a big surprise there, but I'm sure the music is in good hands because he's supervising it. First comment comes from Matt Dog 1 million. He says
That is a great name.
he comments or he quotes Mr. Kondo's contributions to Zelda Wii U, and he says, "Oh darn, that's actually pretty dang disappointing. He only composed one piece of music in Skyward Sword, the intro, and I felt like the rest of the game could really use his input." Well, it's going to have his input. He's just not composing. Well, Nagishi is still pretty great, especially in Spirit Tracks. His overworld in that game was amazing. Something similar for Zelda Wii U's overworld would be ideal. That is a fantastic overworld theme. I love that song. Mom, Ray, give me a little of that song. The Spirit Tracks theme song. 3, 2, 1, go. You don't remember it?
Is that the one that goes?
That's it. To the beat of the train chugging along.
Which I provided you with. Right? Yeah.
TAW says Majora's Mask. Pre-ordered it again. Mom Brain, you have something to say about that?
Mm-hmm. I'll be playing it on a handheld.
Starting over again.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll believe it when I say, hello, Gambler. Europe, this week's digital downloads. Our friends in Europe, what do they
You
get?
think Rick Steves knows about the Europe digital downloads? He travels there.
Only the backdoor ones.
That's in case you missed it, that's what he calls one of his series, Europe Through the Back Door.
Yeah,
It's not like we're trying to be fresh.
Yep, that's what he calls one of his
It's pretty
series, and I laugh at it every time. On the Wii U shop, our friends in Europe got an Art of Balance demo. If you haven't played Art of Balance on any of the systems it's on, such as Wii or 3DS, you can get the Wii U version, which is available now, but now you can try out a free demo. I really recommend it. It's a lot of fun. A great multiplayer game. Supports Wiimotes and gamepads. And it's just a lot, right? It's a lot of fun. I like the game a lot. Did you have fun playing it? Art of Balance?
Oh, yeah, it was a great game. You know what it was perfect for? Like,
anybody to play.
Well, but like I could see us playing it like Christmas Day. Like it's just, there's no like stress. You just are all hanging out and it's like something to do, or like it's a good game to have on at a party. Like for people to just like hang out and play together.
You know why it's a good game to have on at a party?
What?
That jazz soundtrack.
Yeah.
You don't agree.
Well,
I love the music in Art of Balance. Very jazzy. My buddy's already said Spirit Tracks and Wind Waker have some of the best music, I think, in the series. I'd need to listen to Spirit Tracks soundtrack again. The overworld theme is great. Wind Waker I know well enough. It's a very unique soundtrack. There's definitely a lot of great songs in there. I really love Skyward Sword soundtrack. I think I might love that the most. Just so many songs in that game I really like. Not that any Zelda games have bad soundtracks. 99.
Give me a little Bruce. Give me a little Bruce.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Dew was just saying to me the other day how much he loves Bruce's music and Bruce in general.
And he hasn't even finished the game yet.
He has not. He's getting towards the end now. 99 Moves is available, and there's a special deal. If you own 99 Seconds, Abyss, Darts Up, Rock Zombie, or Unepic on Wii U. So if you own any of those other Enjoy Up games, you'll get a special half-price deal for 99 Moves. Mighty Final Fight is available, the NES game from Capcom that's on the Virtual Console. Hagar, Guy, and Cody are back to rescue Hagar's kidnapped daughter. He is a terrible father.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that.
Clean up the streets of Metro City. Mighty Final Fight takes the concept of the original arcade version, but shrinks the characters to mini proportions, yet beefs up the gameplay with the addition of an experience system to level up characters' abilities. Unlike other versions, you can play as each of the 3 main characters. Roll your way through 5 hard-hitting levels plus bonus rounds before the face-off with the final boss. Also, which we talked about before in the show, one of the weirdest games ever, Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight. That NES game is available on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Not to be confused with the other Final Fight.
No. Transformers Prime is available on the eShop, and Angry Birds Trilogy is available on the eShop. For 3DS, Toys vs. Monsters is available at a special price until December 31st, so you can get it cheaper. Transformers Prime, the game, and Angry Birds Trilogy are both on 3DS eShop, as well as Moshi Monsters Moshlings. Sumiko is available. Sumiko, you match numbers and operators to make sums that equal the target numbers. Sumiko offers an 82-level campaign and an endless mode. Lots of brain-wrenching numbers and operators are waiting for you. Have fun. What the hell's an operator? Hello, Roth. Well, Brain, you're a teacher. What's an operator?
No idea.
As far as math goes. Thanks, Mumbrain.
Numerator, denominator.
Operator.
Yeah, I've never heard of the
Masturbator.
operator.
Castle Conqueror Defender. My lord! Hordes of barbaric fire worshippers have invaded our land. As one of the last loyal generals of the realm, it is your mission to defend your land and train brave, ordinary men into exceptional warriors. Will you succeed or fall in battle? The fate of a noble land rests on your shoulders in this medieval-themed castle defense game. Defense spelled Europeanly.
Oh, okay.
Glory of Generals has a demo. My Aquarium 7 Oceans is available on DSiWare. There's 2 bits of DLC for Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. You can get the Navigation Mary DLC and the Navigation Nanako DLC. Mario's Mighty Mustache, Luigi's Mighty Mustache, Tomodachi Life Speech Bubble, Stripes Blue and White, Stripes Red and White, and Sonic Boom. All those themes are available on the 3DS eShop right now. Finally seeing a digital release, but has been at retail. Hello, Ergian?
Oh, hi.
Finally available on the 3DS eShop, been at retail for a very long time. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D. So if you... Is this true? No, this is a theme. I'm sorry. The game is digital too, I believe. But this is a theme that's available. Special offers on Another World 20th Anniversary. Art of Balance Touch, Code of Princess, Starts Up 3D, Demon King Box, European Conqueror 3D, Football Up 3D, Football Up Online, and Fractured Soul. So a big week, lots of sales, all kinds of stuff out there. Virtual Console, new stuff, classic stuff. What more could you want? An operator is a mapping from one vector space or module to another, says My Body Is Ready. That comes from Wikipedia. Thank you, My Body Is Ready.
That is hard.
First comment comes from Martin. He says, what an SLU week it is for us Europeans. Was really hoping for something to interest me, but that doesn't seem the case. This jingles my bells. Edit. Looks like Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker is getting an early release in UK. So maybe not so SLU after all. Seeming as this will be read on the last podcast before Christmas, happy holidays to the GoNintendo crew and readers. Thank you very much,
Martin.
Same to you and yours.
Martin.
Hello, Linked Triforce. Oh, hello, Mike Rose Peñas. My favorite name. I like to think that it's the real Mike Rose. Oh, that's great. Club Nintendo updated with their new featured game offers. These are the featured game offers for the rest of December and halfway through January. Stuz says he picked up Another World and Art of Balance. Good choices, Stuz. Very proud of you. Here's your featured game offers. Kirby's Dream Land 3 is 200 coins. Metroid is 200 coins. A Kappa's Trail is 200 coins. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, Kirby approved, is 150 coins. Super Mario Kart is 250 coins. 1080 Snowboarding is 250 coins. Bird and Beans, also known as Kyoro, is 150 coins. And Radar Mission is 150 coins. Those are your Club Nintendo dealies. Let's see. You guys gave it a -8. Let me guess, because you already bought all these games. SLU. Metasoft, why are you telling him to change that name? Mike Rose Pena says, RC, Mom, Brain, the rest of the podcast crew, how y'all doing? We're doing great now that you're here.
I'm feeling great. You know, I went to Target this morning. Well, actually, it's more like this afternoon.
Hold on a second. Popple's first comment says, here, have a downvote. He's not very happy.
Thanks.
All right, go ahead.
And while I was there, sirens, sorry, there's a huge dog out there. Sirens started, like fire trucks were like blowing through the parking lot.
Like the Girls in the Ocean sirens?
No, gosh, no. And everybody started like going to the front doors because it was Santa Claus on a fire truck in Peaburg blowing through Target. Created a perfect diversion. I got right to the front of the checkout line. I was like, I better, there might have been 1 or 2 things I forgot. I was like, I better do this now.
Yes, Metasov. Can I help you? Oh, Just making sure. He says he was joking about telling Mike Rose Peñas to change his name.
Is that a Jersey thing, or do they do that everywhere?
Mike Rose Peñas?
Santa on a fire truck.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of that.
It's a very good question.
Where I grew up, Santa comes through town on a fire truck, and all the kids follow him singing Christmas carols to town hall.
Oh.
I'm not even joking.
Everybody in the IRC, where you are, have you heard of or have you seen Santa Claus riding a fire truck? Is this a normal thing to you?
Well, I might have seen it in like a parade or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, he does it like and then we do the tree lighting.
Nintendo says they're promising extra stock of the GameCube controller adapter and the Smash Bros. Wii U GameCube controller. So if you're having trouble finding those, more are coming. The official comment is both the Smash Bros. Edition GameCube controller and the adapter that connects it to the Wii U remain in distribution in North America. Nintendo of America is doing everything we can to meet the strong demand for these products, and additional stock will be made available and delivered to retailers. We ask consumers to contact their local retailers directly regarding availability. So more are coming. They have not been discontinued. They're just hard to find. Don't spend like 200% more on Amazon getting them. I know it's annoying not having them, but hold on. Hello, the King of Mars. First comment comes from R42, and he says, in no way are they saying they are making more. I bet manufacturer ended several months ago. I bet they are discontinued. Whatever is out there is what's left. I bet they are dancing around the fact that they've all promised this fact that all they promised is to make available these products by reallocating existing stock, shuffling things around from markets in, say, North Dakota or Wyoming to California and Texas. This is my cynical side reading between the lines. I can tell. What an angry young man.
Well, when you read it that way, of course it's going to sound angry.
He said he was cynical. Charlie says he's never seen that in England. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, Bernard says never on a fire truck.
Father Christmas. He rides a double-decker bus.
Jakety says never on a fire truck, at least not in Pittsburgh. See, he's close. Might have seen it near Detroit, but I can't remember. It's so long ago.
You know
I'm not going to read what Joe Shabadoo says.
It's so cold in the D.
That's right. What did Joe say?
We're not talking about it. Don't look, Mom Brain.
I need to know.
You don't want to know. Stuz says no truck for Santa in Australia. Might see pics of him on a kangaroo, though.
That'd be sweet.
There's a rumor floating around that Nintendo and Sharp are playing Buddy Buddy.
Father Christmas.
And they're working on freeform LCD display technology for future hardware. So this is a report from Sankei. And they say that Nintendo and Sharp have struck a deal for Sharp to supply Nintendo with new freeform LCD displays. That's part of Nintendo. That's part of one of Nintendo's future pieces of hardware. They say it might be for the next or for the upcoming quality of life system or the successor to the 3DS. We don't know. So you can hello. I think I'm supposed to read it as Asian style. Hello, Asian style and Blue Husky. You can check out Square. You can check out Sharp's technology just by looking at freeform LCD, so you can get an idea of what it is and what you can do with it. It's like an LCD screen that could have holes in it, or it could be rolled up and portable, and bendable, flexible, stuff like that.
Wait, with holes in it? Okay.
Yeah, so like you can have say you can have a controller that's like a whole screen, and then there'd be like holes for like 2 joysticks to come out of, stuff like that. Cube Enigma has first comment, and he says, a screen with a hole in it. Please, right? Nintendo, do not do this to us. That's what he said. Do not. Do not do it. It's Christmas time. Nuts are really popular.
I think that was just a typo.
Nope, totally on purpose. Everything that everybody does on the internet is on purpose, including all the mistakes I make.
What?
Australia. They put out a press release. Well, Nintendo of Australia did, saying Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had the biggest ever first week Nintendo release. Biggest ever Nintendo release. 2 new records set through sales of Pokemon titles. The biggest ever first week release for a Nintendo title, over 100,000 units, previously set by Pokemon X and Y last year, has been surpassed by the latest core Pokemon titles, with combined sales of exceeding 120,000 units in its first week. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire has been taking players on a new adventure exploring the origins of Mega Evolution. In that same week, Pokemon X and Y became the high-selling Pokemon games in Australia and New Zealand, taking the record from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which released in 2007, selling over 300,000 units life to date. Pokemon X and Y were the first core Pokemon titles to feature gameplay in 3D, blah, 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 blah. Over 7.7 million units of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have been shipped worldwide, and together with the recent release of 2 new bundles, there will be plenty of options for fun in the latest Pokemon titles this Christmas. So congratulations to Nintendo. They set a record for their game sales in Australia. Now, we might look at 120,000 and say that's not all that big of a number, especially compared to what games in the States do. But this is Australia, not the States. The gaming community is a lot smaller over there. And you have to keep in mind, on top of that, they're a lot more restrictive with games. Not that Nintendo faces those restrictions often, but they have a lot of ratings issues over there. Guy Bonds, who's in the IRC right now, has the first comment. And he says, big fans of water, naturally, referencing the IGN review that marked down Pokemon Omega Ruby for having too much water.
Oh, yeah.
So now everybody takes like screenshots of any games and they're like, too much grass, 7 out of 10. Too much land, 7 out of 10. Roth says, do nuts. So again, congratulations to Nintendo in general and Nintendo of Australia specifically on that record. Mom Brain, how do you like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
Haven't played them.
No, not surprised. Mom Brain, there were a couple of years there where you were into Pokemon and now you're out.
Yeah, I enjoyed it when I played it.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Miyamoto talked about Zelda Wii U. Says the game world's going to be huge, which we already heard, but he also says it's going to be good for pick up and play stuff. So if you want to just pick up and play for like a half hour, 20 minutes, you can do that because the world's going to be full of stuff. This actually came from an interview with iJustine, YouTube sensation, Apple freak, and Nintendo, or video game fan, I should say. iJustine. Well, I've been following for years, and I was very surprised to see Miyamoto pop up on her YouTube channel. Seems like Miyamoto did the rounds lately in like in YouTube land. I'm guessing he was out here for the Game Awards, and they took him around to popular YouTube personalities for video interviews because he was on iJustine. He visited Nerdy Nummies, the big YouTube channel that makes nerd-related foods, and he was on that show too. And on January 5th, he's going to be on Smosh. Our friends at Smosh have him, and they do an interview with him. So that's coming up. But him and Bill Trinen were all over YouTube. It's kind of crazy. It's a really unique to see Nintendo like going around to these really popular YouTube personalities and doing interviews with them because, as you know, the young kids today love their YouTube. They don't watch TV. YouTube celebrities are more recognized and popular with kids and teens and young adults than traditional celebrities. So like more people know who like PewDiePie is in that age group than they do Angelina Jolie or you know, other big name actors.
I think it's just because YouTube's free and accessible.
You know, like I think that's a part of it. Plus, like kids today are on mobile devices so much more, so they always have access to that stuff. And then on top of that, like it's content made by people in similar age range focusing on stuff that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So like think about like Sahar, who wants a TV in her bedroom.
Yes.
And her parents are, you know, she's young, she's like a middle schooler, and her parents are like, no, you can't have a TV in your bedroom, you've got a tablet, you know, you can watch Netflix and whatever else,
Netflix,
porn,
and YouTube. Like it makes perfect sense that like, you know, that's what she can access. And also like while everybody's in the living room watching TV, if you don't want to watch whatever everybody else is watching, you just look at your phone and watch what you want to watch.
Plus on YouTube, there's no like language or topic restrictions. Mm-hmm. So while there might not be porn, you know, there's cursing and people talk about whatever. And most kids, I'm betting, watch a lot of stuff their parents don't even know they're watching. My Body is Ready says, I want the Sega channel to come back. Man, I remember watching the debut of the Sega channel on TV. They had like a live demonstration of what it was, and it was like a live call-in show to get people to order the Sega channel. And so many people called in and pranked them when they were doing it. If you don't remember what the Sega Channel is, or if you don't know what the Sega Channel is, it was hooking up your Sega Genesis to the internet to download games. Like they'd have on-demand games, which is crazy. So they were way ahead of the time with that. Nintendo had that in Japan, but Sega actually brought it here, and it didn't go over well, obviously, because not a lot of people had internet when the Genesis was around. But think about that. You'd hook up your Genesis to the internet. I don't remember if it was like a cartridge that had like an analog port, or if it was something else you added onto the Genesis itself. I don't remember, but it was on-demand games, and each month they'd have a certain set of games that you could play as much as you want because you were paying access to the channel.
Yeah, they were pretty ahead of their time.
It really was, yeah. So Zelda Wii U, like I said, this comes from iJustine. This is how big the game's going to be. Listen to this. With the hardware capabilities of Wii U, we first started by saying, if we can take an entire world the size of the world from Twilight Princess and make that size just one of the areas in Zelda Wii U. So the entirety of the landmass in Twilight Princess is going to be the size of one area in Zelda Wii U. It's crazy. This game is going to be humongous. Hello, Mac Jeff. So that's gotten me very excited. I mean, big open world games are very popular nowadays. So that should be a big selling point to a lot of people. Lots of stuff to explore, I'm sure. Just ride around on Epona and check out what's going on.
We know there's gonna be lots of grass.
Lots of grass to cut, guaranteed. He says, there may even be times where you forget what your goal is because you're doing other things on the side. There may be times when you go into one big, long dungeon, or you've headed for a dungeon and doing other things on the side. What we're trying to do is design it in a way that you don't have to play it for a super long time, but more matched to today's lifestyle, where you can think for a little bit and say, maybe I just want to play for a little bit today and do this one thing and get that done, and then take a break. So there you go. Big, long dungeons, plus little side stuff to do, making for the perfect play experience, because you can decide how you want to play and how much time you want to put into it. And there's stuff in there that won't take long, and there's stuff in there that you'll have to sit down a couple hours for. Roth says, that's huge comparable to an Elder Scrolls game. Certainly seems that way. First comment comes from Guy Bonds, and he says, confirmed, the entirety of Twilight Princess is one of the dungeons in the game. Guy Bonds knows how to read the internet. Miyamoto also talked about sharing Mario Maker creations online, which is something that we pretty much knew was going to happen before, but now we got another confirmation. Mr. Miyamoto says, you'll be able to see what happens when other people play your course or when you play other people's courses. There will be popularity rankings for the most popular courses and things like that. So there's a lot on the community side. So you'll make your Mario Maker levels, and then you'll plop them online. I'm sure there'll be some Miiverse interaction there, and other people will download those levels and play through them and then rate them, which is exactly how we want it to work. So that's very cool, because I'm way more interested in playing what people make than making myself. Omnipotent Swine says, nice. Of course, this is expected. The sharing part, not the notifications of someone playing your course, which is pretty cool. Still not a guaranteed buy for me unless we get a music maker too. I don't know. Cross your fingers. North America this week's digital downloads. What do we get? We got Natsume Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Choose between 12 wrestlers, each equipped with dynamic moves, and jump into the ring for some fierce competition. Play solo or compete with up to 4 players in exhibition, tag team, or round-robin matches. Also available, the classic Mega Man Zero from the GBA. That's on the Wii U Virtual Console. After waking from a deep slumber, play as Zero in a fight for survival. Jump, climb, and dash through an unstable world that struggles to keep peace between humans and Reploids. Upgrade weapons and collect helpful cyber elves to conquer the destructive forces headed your way. Celebrate a Mega Man anniversary with a big sale. eShop is celebrating Mega Man's anniversary by offering up to 50% off select Mega Man games until December 22nd. Let the Mega Maniversary sale begin. Art of Balance, Nano Assault Neo, and many other games from Sheen and on the Wii U and 3DS are on sale until January 14th. Steam World Dig is 50% off until January 1st. Get Steam World Dig. Cannot recommend it enough.
Get it now.
Little Inferno is more than 50% off. 1001 Spikes, VVV, and other game VVVVVV, and other games from Nicholas. Our friends at Nicholas are on sale until January 5th. There's a lot more price drops and stuff you can check out. Coming soon to the Virtual Console Duck Hunt, available on Christmas Day. Grab your Wii Remote controller. It's duck season, and your trusty hunting dog is ready to scour the open fields. Test your sharp shooting skills as your targets take flight in this legendary NES classic. Be quick to knock them out of the skies, or your canine companion won't hesitate to make you the laughing stock of hunters.
Oh, that bastard.
Need a scenery change? Best your score against clay pigeon targets instead.
Cat's watching you like
It's my favorite one.
Like they're coming out of your mouth. He's like, I see him too.
Also new this week, 99 Moves, Art of Balance demo, Block Drop, Cross Twisted Fusion, Cape Ninja 3, The Legend Continues, Meme Run, which is exactly what it sounds like. Check it out on Nintendo's YouTube channel. Plenty of fishies, Toss and Go, Asterix, The Mansions of the Gods.
Too many fish.
Cube Creator 3D has a demo. Fairune is available. I think it's an action RPG, and I believe Renegade Kids Jules Watcham is enjoying that. I Love My Horse, League of Heroes, Mes Compétents.
What the French call.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D, Toys vs. Monsters, and Urban Trial Freestyle got a demo. Let's see if you guys like this week in North America. I bet you don't. First comment comes from Popple, and it's huge. You get a sale, and you get a sale, and you get a sale. Seriously, though, Mega Man, definitely worth picking up at least a few of those games. Steam World Dig, a must-buy. I don't think you've told us how much you love that game, RC. Tell us more. Little Inferno, a great game, especially for $5. 1001 Spikes, VVVVVV, both awesome games from that Tyrone dude. RMC, you haven't told us about how you feel about his games either. Tell us. Not a lot new, but sales are always good. Plus, I'm guessing everyone is still riding high on Smash and Captain Chode. Dang, almost forgot. This pleases my 1001 Little Steam Mega Mans. Nice of you to get back in there and add that comment. Hello, Fire Flame. That's what I was looking for. We don't need that.
Oh, I can't stretch enough today. It's so gray out.
A Best Buy Canada rep says that more Amiibos exclusive to certain retailers are on the way. This is Best Buy rep Juby, Juby. She says all stock available for pre-orders has been grabbed up. There's a possibility that we secure more, so keep checking back on the site, and I will post if I have news. The new wave will be up very soon, and there will be more exclusives. And she gives a little sly smiley face. So it looks like more retailer exclusives are coming. Just tell me if you're getting robbed.
So would you say that Amiibo is like the Christmas toy this year?
I don't know. It's doing well.
Is it doing better than Skylanders?
It's doing very well. I don't know, because Activision hasn't released sales data on it yet. Their next fiscal report, we'll have to see. And Nintendo hasn't outside of the first 9 days of sales, which brought them just about $9 million. So that's their 100 billion yen that they were looking for. KC44 says, interesting. Wonder who it is. This pleases my Amiibos. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know enough yet to guess what retail exclusive Amiibo are going to come in the next round. But
wait, what'd you say about the tree mom brand?
It's very crooked.
It does look.
If you look this way, but if you look from over there, it's fine. Well, if the cat would stop eating it.
Poor Tubbs. She's just leaning.
That belt's weighing heavy.
Yeah.
Nintendo France, we have some sales data from them as well as some bundle info. So here's how games from Nintendo sell in France. If you don't know, France is a part of the world that Nintendo games sell very well.
France is a part of the world.
It is.
Period.
Amiibo has been successful with a 200,000 target for this year. Kirby and Wii Fit Trainer are the hardest to find out of the Amiibo. Smash Brothers for 3DS sold 220,000 since launch. A special 3DS bundle, the special 3DS bundle with the 3DS XL and Smash will be back in stores this week. The Wii U version has a 200,000 target, and that could go higher with Christmas sales, they say. And there's a Smash Brothers plus basic Wii U bundle on the way. Wii U sold 490,000 in France for the year so far, and they're expecting 550,000 by the end of the year. Tomodachi Life sold over 400,000 units in France alone. Altogether in Europe, it sold over 1 million. And they said there's only 10,000 bundles for there's only 10,000 Tomodachi Life 2DS bundles available in France. So those are soon going to disappear. And they don't say if there's going to be more of them. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire sold over 400,000 units in 3 weeks. They're expecting somewhere between 500 and 540,000 by the end of the year. All Disney Magical World units for launch have been sold. That was 50,000 units, and they were surprised by that. They didn't think it would sell as well as it did. New stock on that has been sent to retailers. New Super Mario Bros. 2 is becoming hard to find, so stock is very low on that game. It's been selling roughly 14,000 a week in the past few weeks, so it's still selling very well. That's got a really long tail, which is what Nintendo games have and Nintendo likes to see. Same for Animal Crossing New Leaf. It's been selling roughly 15,000 a week. Obviously, it was higher at launch, but still selling that many a week. It makes for a sizable amount at the end of the month. So if you're having trouble finding those games in France, now you know why. First comment comes from GRC Pan. Kirkpan says, if Amiibo are selling 200,000 units in France alone in so little time, it makes total sense that Nintendo has so many issues with meeting the demand. Maybe it does, Milhouse. So Toys R Us canceled a bunch of Amiibo pre-orders. They're canceling left and right. If you had a pre-order for Amiibo, it was canceled. You got a cancellation email. Since then, Toys R Us has said they're doing everything they can to fulfill those orders. They said they're not getting as much stock as they originally thought, but they're going to do everything they can to make their consumers happy. They apologized about the issue. They're doing what they can. Obviously, they're talking to Nintendo. So you might want to go with another retailer. Or you might just want to show up on launch day. Or call the store and see if they have them. Linkmaster111 says, it's not just Captain Falcon. Toys R Us canceled my Bowser, Sheik, Mega Man, and Pit pre-orders. Yeah, they originally had reports of just Captain Falcon, but then it was soon everybody else. Mr. Miyamoto had a very interesting interview with the Associated Press this week, in which he talked about a lot of stuff he doesn't usually talk about. He was more open than usual. So he talked about future games supporting Amiibo. That's the plan. So we know games coming up like Mario Party 10 and Yoshi's Woolly World are going to use them, but games beyond that as well. And he says that if certain Amiibo are discontinued or not printed again, that doesn't mean you won't be able to get access to the content that those Amiibos offer up, because Nintendo is looking into releasing cards for those Amiibos. So the card would act the same way an Amiibo would. So let's say, I don't know, the Marth Amiibo is discontinued, not made anymore. In the future, Nintendo could release a very cheap, probably like $1 or $2 card. So like just a physical card that has Marth on it and then has the little NFC compatible strip in it, and that will work the same way, and you just touch that to the gamepad. Obviously, it's nicer having the actual Amiibo, but it's good to know that you won't have lost out on that stuff forever. I'll read you exactly what he says about Zelda Wii U. He says, one of the main things we wanted to do was go back in the open world concept of the original Zelda games and design with that in mind. That's really the direction the team is going in. This time, we've brought back Link's horse Epona and his bow and arrow. But what we've decided is really fun is being able to freely walk around in this world and choose what you want to do and how you want to explore. I can't talk much about it, but one of the things we're working on right now is that as you play, the world will change and be affected by what you choose to do. It talks about Star Fox. Not too much new there. We know the gamepad is going to offer an in-cockpit view, and the TV is going to offer a more cinematic view. So you can play either way. He's asked about the leaked Mario Brothers movie that's supposedly in the works with Sony and Nintendo, and he says, I heard something about that this morning. What's interesting is that over the past 20 years, people come to us on a fairly regular basis about creating Mario movies. There are times that those ideas end right when they bring them to us, and other times we'll listen to presentations. It's not very unusual, and it's something we've been doing for a long time. I don't particularly have a vision that the next iteration of Mario is going to be in films. So he dances around it, basically. Obviously, he's not in a position to say, yep, we're doing it. It's true. He's also asked about the next Mario installment, like the next true Mario installment, and he gives a very interesting answer. Says, since we first created Mario, people have compared him to Mickey Mouse. I've always said Mickey Mouse evolved with the evolution in animation. You saw Mickey Mouse each step of the way. From early on, I wanted Mario to be the character in the digital world, so that with each digital evolution, he was there to usher in the next era. I think that maybe when we release the next hardware system, you can look forward to seeing Mario take on a new role or in a new game. So obviously there will be other Mario spin-offs that appear on Wii U and 3DS, but he's saying the next true installment might not be until next-gen hardware, whether that's portable or console. He says system, next hardware system, so you can take that as portable or console. And he also talked about future hardware after the Wii U. He says, we're focused on providing a robust lineup of software for Wii U next year. Seems like we've managed to do that this year, and people are very happy with what we've done for Wii U. For the time being, our focus is on the Wii U hardware, but Nintendo as a whole has groups working on ideas for new hardware systems. While we're busy working on software for Wii U, we have production lines that are working on ideas for what the next system might be. So for a long time, Nintendo fans that know Nintendo, that's really not that surprising. We know they start working on a successor to a console the day that console launches. So when Wii U came out, they started working on a Wii U successor or ideas for a Wii U successor. So it's really not surprising. But Nintendo doesn't usually talk about it too openly. Hello, Red Dragon. Nice of you to join us.
Oh, Red Dragon, we're playing some of your music today, I think.
Foo-poo has the first comment, and he says, card form, eh? Man, I hope this doesn't mean they're not remaking any of the Wave 1 Amiibos anymore. Might be collector's items. This is interesting. I really like this. Nintendo UK partnered up with NetMums, which is a website of internet mommies.
Oh,
I'm telling the truth. They surveyed 1,700 parents about video game terms, as in phrases that are known to video gamers, but parents might not understand.
I don't know most of these.
So we're going to skip a lot of this information and go right to the 10 most confusing game terms for UK parents. Mom Brain, you are taking this test.
Okay.
MMORPG.
Massively multiplayer online role-playing game.
Very good. 53% of the people knew that. Twitch.
That's a feed of, like a video feed of people playing games.
Very good. 50% knew that. Blue shelled.
I'm guessing that's when somebody like screws you over when you're doing well.
Yes. Based on what?
Based on the blue shell in Mario Kart.
Okay. 50% knew that. JRPG.
I know that.
Okay. Tell me.
A JRPG.
Okay, RPG.
Well, a role-playing game.
JRPG.
And I'm just, it's fleeting my mind.
Kirby?
Japanese RPG.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Japanese role-playing game.
Here's one I never hear and never see abbreviated. UGC.
Something game content?
User-generated content. I never hear that or see that.
I usually see it like spelled out.
Backwards compatible.
Means you can play it on an older system.
34% of the people knew that. Camping.
Or no, it means you can play new games. No, you can play old games on a newer system. Right.
Yeah. Camping?
Yes.
I don't know.
Camping. Oh, it's when you like hang around like a spawn point in a game.
Yeah, it's basically
it's something like bogarting.
staying in any point at a map for a long period of time just to kill people. NPC. Oh, I'm sorry. 33% knew that. NPC.
I knew that.
Okay. Why do you keep saying that?
Because I've.
You don't know it unless you tell me.
Yeah, you're right.
NPC.
Non-playable character.
That's
correct.
it. I knew that.
32% knew that. FTW.
For the win.
That's correct. 30% knew that. And FPS.
First-person shooter.
28% knew that. So least amount knew that. More new MMORPG. I thought that was pretty interesting. So Nintendo and NetMoms have worked together to create a parent guide to help teach parents what these terms mean. So then you can game with your child together and talk about all the talk with them and use all the fancy lingo. And then the kids are like, man, my parents are cool. I'm going to do all my chores.
No, you know what's going to happen. Like, the kids are going to stop using those terms, and they're going to have to make up new ones.
The kids are going to be like, Mom, when somebody kills you in an online game, you call them gay, okay? Jirachi says, this is weird. The terms they know are more obscure, and the terms they don't are more common. I would agree. Nintendo wins an appeal for the Creative Kingdoms patent. Today, the Federal Appeals Court confirmed Nintendo's win in a patent infringement case brought at the International Trade Commission by Creative Kingdoms. The court affirmed earlier findings by the ITC that Creative Kingdoms patents are invalid and should not have been issued because Creative Kingdoms tried to claim more than the company invented. Creative Kingdoms had asked the ITC to block importation of the Wii and Wii U. We are pleased with the court's determination. Yes. Said Richard Medway, Nintendo of America's Vice President and Deputy General Counsel. Nintendo's track record demonstrates that we vigorously defend patent lawsuits, particularly when the patents are being stretched beyond the inventor's ideas. Nintendo continues to develop unique and innovative products while respecting the intellectual property rights of others. So the Wii and Wii U are safe. They are not going to be blocked from sale. First comment comes from Casey44, and he says, that's good to hear. This pleases my gabbles.
Yeah.
And today we have our last top story from just a few hours ago. Level 5 is working on a brand new big mystery project. And it's going to be games and movies and anime, but they're not saying what specifically. But more importantly, they confirmed that the Yokai Watch anime is coming to the United States. So Yokai Watch is their huge franchise over there right now. Think of it as Pokemon, but with ghosts. It's very popular in Japan, and they are bringing the anime here, which would make us believe that the game's coming here as well. We know the game's coming here. They're just not confirming it yet. So the anime is coming here. They're changing some character names, better fit with audiences over here, but popular names for popular characters like Whisper and, oh boy, Jabanian will remain the same. So the anime is coming to the States, Europe, and other various areas. There you go. We're getting the anime, and I'm sure the game is not far behind. Remember, that's how Pokemon worked. We got the anime here first and then the game. The Dreaming Hawk says, I seriously doubt a game that's very similar to Pokemon is going to do well over here. I hope they realize that and get to making more games with more in-depth plots and stories again, like Professor Layton, Time Travelers, and Friday Monsters. It seems Level 5 is relying too much on this franchise for some reason. Well, it's a huge hit for them. That's probably why. Give it a chance. Give it a chance to Dreaming Hawk. So there's your top stories for this week, my friends. Kirby, what'd you play this week?
I played the Christmas-themed DLC for Saints Row 4.
Oh, how is it?
It's okay. It's I think it's called How the Saints Saved Christmas.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it's called.
Yeah, I think it came out around Christmas last year, and yeah, it's fun. It's it's not very long. It's probably like about a half hour.
That's DLC for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was cheap, and you basically you're trying to defeat an evil version of Santa Claus from the future,
like Futurama.
Yeah, exactly. And you fight a lot of evil elves and gingerbread men, and you help the present day Santa, I guess, reclaim the North Pole and all that stuff. And there's of course there's a bunch of references to classic Christmas movies. There's actually a weapon you get that's based on the Red Ryder BB gun, and what I thought was a nice touch, it actually the BBs you shoot actually like ricochet off of things.
Oh,
and yeah, and they also reference obviously It's a Wonderful Life and Die Hard and even like Love Actually.
Oh. dude's got to play it now.
So yeah, it was a fun little distraction.
Did you play anything else?
I think that's about it.
Mom Brain, did you play anything?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, congratulations, Mom Brain. What did I play? I don't remember if I did it last week, but I don't remember if I said it. I finished The Evil Within.
Nice.
So I played that, and I liked that a lot, and I thought it was a nice, a sizable game. Gave you a lot of gameplay. There's DLC coming out for it, which I'm excited about. Like I said a few times now, it's Resident Evil 4. It may not be as finely tuned as Resident Evil 4, but it was perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. When it was over, I didn't want it to end, so left me wanting more, which is good. I had a lot of fun with it. I played that. I played some more Destiny with Lube, as well as Minecraft with Lube, and we're having such a fun time in Minecraft. So much fun. So much exploration. Oh, so many good times. Oh, we should do a Let's Play of Minecraft. Everybody loves those. We'll do it on Going Sony. What else did I play this week? Oh, I started Call of Duty
Modern Warfare? Or no, wait.
Advanced Warfare?
That's what I meant. Yeah. Modern Warfare is like
very impressed
10
with this
years ago.
game.
Right?
I played a few Call of Duties. And obviously they're not known for their single player. A lot of people play them online. But the single player Call of Duty stuff that I played, I felt it was like, like blah, blah, like people screaming and explosions everywhere and like just like loud and in your face and never stopped. Like I felt there was a pacing issue in the sense that the pace was like 1,000,000% all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's like no downtime, no time to like enjoy your surroundings or anything like that. And this game I feel like has excellent pacing. They have a really nice mix of like some like action-packed big moments and like variety in missions. Like some you'll be more stealthy, not that there's actual stealth mechanics, but it's better to not run and gun. And sometimes you'll be riding like a hover bike, and other times you'll be using a drone to there's like a team of guys going into a building, your guys, and you're protecting them with the drone by flying around the building and like taking out other enemies and creating distractions. So like a lot of variety. Game sounds great. Game looks great. The mechanics feel solid, as they should, because they've been making Call of Duty. He does look great, as they've been making Call of Duty games for a long time now. Seeing Kevin Spacey in it is fun. It looks just like him. The lip syncing for the most part is pretty spot on. The story's interesting. It's basic, but it's serviceable. Like I didn't expect it to be a really deep story. I think it's, you see things coming obviously in the story, but it's still fun. It does more than enough to push you through to the next level. Because while you might know what's coming, you want to see how it actually plays out. But I'm really impressed. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I picked it up because I liked the idea of it being in the future and having like new weapons and a different setting rather than the usual stuff. And plus, I also picked it up because I am now into Kevin Spacey. So I'm really surprised with how much I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to. And I'm eager to get back into it. I'm trying not to play too much because I can't imagine it's a very long single-player experience. But I like it. It's really fun. I'm super impressed with it. And I know this one's not selling as well as the other ones, although it's selling well, just, not Call of Duty well. But, I hope that... I think that's just because of franchise burnout, not reflecting the actual quality of the game. I just think, after how many consecutive years of Call of Duty games, people are getting burnt out. So it's unfortunate that they have this fresh take, which is very well needed, but it's so far down the line that people are just already like, it's another Call of Duty game, and they're not going to pay attention to it.
I hope it doesn't end up like Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
I don't know. It looks like it's going that way. Might take longer to get there. This shirt is a
Altered Keith.
It is a Altered Beast / Keith Apicary shirt. TAW says controversy around no Russian. Yeah, there's no Russian. There's no Russian controversy in this one. The biggest controversy, I think, was like in one of the scenes for this game. You're at a funeral for one of your fallen army buddies, and
fallen bros or bras.
And it says like press X or square to pay respects, and people are like, that's such a stupid thing to put in the game, but whatever. Yeah, no big deal. So yeah,
actually, they had something like that in Arkham City. I remember.
Yes.
When Batman finds the.
I remember seeing an article. I didn't read it, but there was an article comparing those two, the Call of Duty moment and the Batman moment, saying how Batman did it much better. Like, I didn't think I played this scene in Call of Duty. I didn't think it was a big deal. Like, maybe they could have worded it a bit differently.
Yeah, what they should have said was press X to feel emotions.
Yes, like press X to cry or something. That's funny, man. You would have made it a much better game. Hello, Zoso187. So yeah, I played that. Think that's it. Think that's all I played. Oh, I played a little more Zeo Drifter just because I'm collecting the little extra stuff just for fun, and I hope you're playing it as well. Good reviews for that game. All right, let's do a question.
I'd love to hear a question.
That means you're supposed to get music ready.
You supposed to get the music.
This comes from Luigi182. He says, "Hello again, RMC and friends. At the risk of sounding like a creepy person, I have the following questions for you. My first question is for Mom Brain.
Wow.
She recently made a comment a few webisodes back concerning school and kids that really touched me. Remember, this is a quote, remember, for some kids, school is the only place where they can get blank and warm meals," she said. What was the first part of that quote? I'm having a hard time remembering that for some odd reason. I keep putting in friendly smile in that blank.
I think I probably would have said like love or structure.
Sounds like you.
Kids need both of those.
Anyways, as a kid from a poorer family, I appreciate that there are still teachers out there like Mom Brain who understand that. Thank you.
Teacher of the Year this year. And I was nominated again.
All right, now you're gloating. That's
so
not a very humble Teacher of the Year.
Well.
Tooting your own horn.
Well.
You know.
Number 2, thanks to RMC streaming this podcast to YouTube, I can comfortably watch them from my console on my TV via the YouTube app. This has gotten my wife watching with me at times, as she too is a Nintendo fan. Anyways, as I write this, episode 474 is done. So not too long ago. And my wife wanted to know where Mom Brain got her pink sweater with the white sheep on it. Well, Mom Brain, who got you that lovely sweater?
Well, it's nice to hear that people are listening as families.
It's I love Brain that. Show.
And that was actually a gift from Raw Meat Cowboy.
I got it for her from Target. I saw it at Target, and I was like, oh, my God, that is perfect, Mom Brain.
And you know what's great about it? The sheep are a little bit fat.
You know what's really great about it? There's all white sheep, and then one of them on it is gray. And is he facing the opposite direction?
I don't think so. I think.
Well, there's one gray sheep on the entire sweater.
Are you sure? Just one on the whole sweater?
I thought so. She thought it was very cool. Wants to try to find one herself. So where can one procure said sweater? Now you know Target.
Target, and I believe it's Morona brand.
It was cheap. It's like $20. I mean, it was like $100.
It was cheap.
Finally, honestly, where do you think
I got it?
It was very cheap. Where do you think?
Cute.
Where do you think gamer stations in general are going to shift to this generation? For example, the late '90s saw a number of RPGs followed by the proliferation of FPS games in the early to mid aughts. We'll say early to mid aughts. What's big now? Minecraft games. Games where people make stuff are really big, like UGC. Games with UGC. Yeah, like open world, do what you want, go where you want, make your own stuff. That's the big thing right now, and I think that's only going to get bigger as we go on, at least for a few years. As always, keep up the good work. Well, thank you for the wonderful questions, Luigi182. I'm glad you're listening. And hello to your wife. She has excellent taste.
Say hello to your lovely wife.
Say hello to your wife for me. My wife. Give me back my wife. Mom Brain?
Yeah.
Let's do music.
This song comes from, can someone keep track of our score? Because is Dan in there?
Yes.
He's not in the Hangout, so. All right. This first song comes from Arent Prak.
Is this a Super Nintendo game?
No.
Man, it sounds like a PC game, like a 90s PC game.
Nope.
The game?
Nope.
What system?
64.
Oh, I should have guessed that. Winback.
Nope.
Quest 64.
No.
No way.
Biofreaks.
Nope.
War Gods.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Right?
Shadow Man?
No.
Descent. Oh, you gave me a face like that was it. What's that man say?
Was he saying the title?
Somebody say, let me check on
How
that.
about Buck Bumble?
Nope.
How about Hexen?
No.
All right, I don't know.
You guys
How about
get-
Jet Force Gemini?
Nope.
Mischief Makers.
No.
1080 snowboarding?
Nope.
I don't know. I think we've named all.
All right, we don't know.
Command and Conquer.
Oh, I didn't play it. Don't feel bad.
That was from Eric Prack, and it was Command and Conquer on the 64. The next song we have here comes from Jacody, or Jake Odie.
Super Mario RPG.
No.
Oh, Mario Luigi.
Mario Luigi.
Superstar Saga.
You got it on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm a nice Scott.
All right, so that was from Jake Cody, and it was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on the GBA. Here comes one from Raj Chaos.
Like a real radio DJ with that. This is familiar.
It should be.
Earthbound.
It is.
All I needed was that sound. What?
I like it. That song was from Raj Chaos in the game Earthbound on Super Nintendo.
Beep, 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 beep.
This one comes from LED Naruto.
Tough system to play. GBA?
No.
DS.
Yep.
Oh, I like it. Is Sonic something?
No.
Is it like Christmassy or wintry or something?
The game's not, nor is the title.
All right, I don't know. Do you know? Yeah.
That was Pokemon Black version 2.
Oh boy,
Pokemon Black and White.
they're
Version 2.
gonna catch a lot of flack for that.
And that was from LED Naruto. Hey, I told you Red Dragon sent us a song, and here it is.
Donkey Kong Land.
Yeah.
Wait, let it go, because that part of the song is really funny. It's like kind of out of tune in this crappy instruments.
Whoa. You weren't kidding.
I love that part. Boom, 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 boom.
That was Donkey Kong Land on the Game Boy, and it came from our friend Red Dragon. Thank you, Red Dragon, for that. Here comes one from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks. Game Boy?
No.
NES?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Deja vu.
Yeah.
That's that
This
mysterious
one comes
feel.
from our friend Jet Jaguar. Have a guess.
Deja vu.
Yep.
I get the joke.
Bye. So Jet Jaguar sent us Deja Vu from the Nintendo Entertainment System.
You want to hear something crazy? I know what it looks like. I know what it's about. Never played it. Just it had a mysterious feeling to me. It seemed like it would fit Deja Vu. Swear to God. Promise.
This one comes from Wired.
It's like recorded like off a cell phone, like in a basement or something.
Yeah, the toilet.
You got any idea? I got nothing.
Well, Wired has fooled you with his song Vertical Force on the Virtual Boy.
Oh, that's why it sounded like that. That was Virtual Boy sound. I would have never got the game though.
All right, this one comes from Jason Maivia. Jason.
That background sounds familiar. Something I know?
I think it's something that you often guess, like as
System.
one of your throw out guesses. Super Nintendo.
Secret of Evermore.
Yep.
Sounded squarish.
That was Secret of Evermore from Jason Maivia.
Yeah, I am winning with pulling stuff out of my butt this week.
It's a clean butt, too.
Yes. Stuff's easier to get out.
Combo Meal sent us this one. I hope you enjoy it.
It's Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
Thought there was going to be some trick there.
No. You're going to love the next one.
How many songs this week?
10.
So the next one is the last one?
Yep.
Is it from Nintendo?
No.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so that one came from Combo Meal, and it was Kid Icarus. This last song comes from someone who has never submitted a song before, but is a fan of the site and decided to contribute. They didn't give me a screen name, so we're going to go with first name, and his name is Nate. So Nate, thanks for being brave and sending us a song, and I'm not sure you know how much Ramit's going to like this.
Great soundtrack.
Oh, this is from Guacamelee, isn't it?
Yep.
It's so good!
If you like Super Metroid, you have no reason not to play this game. The Wii U got the updated version of it too. All right, very well. Great song, great game, great everything.
So,
I love
Nate,
that game.
thank you for that first submission, and it was Guacamelee on the Wii U.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right, 3 wrong.
Really nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Pulled 2 of them out of my butt. I'll take it. I'll take those butt answers. Guacamelee, I don't remember what it's called. Does he say the full thing? Super Turbo Championship Edition, something
Well,
wrong?
he might have, and I just didn't.
Here's a weird one. Stuz says, played Guacamelee, haven't played Super Metroid. Well, if you like Guacamelee, you'll like Super Metroid. Very similar mechanics and an equally good soundtrack on that game, although Super Metroid is just a tad bit different in musical tone than Guacamelee. Fireflame says, Guacamelee isn't bad. There's a rousing recommendation. I think that's on the front of the box. Fireflame says, isn't bad. All right, that's it. Our show's done.
Okay.
When's let me look at something. All right, so Christmas is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So have a Merry Christmas on Thursday. And then we'll do another pod. And then the one after that, we'll be talking to you in 2015.
Pretty cool.
Crazy, right? I think we're having people over for New Year's. Something small.
Like last year.
You made the list. But if you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you're not, Merry week off from work or school, hopefully. Go hang out with some friends anyway. Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Happy Festivus. All that good stuff. And TAW says, Merry Christmas. Pizza time.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. All right. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Perfect ending. Mike Rose Peñas. I'd be lying if I said I played it. I still haven't. I'm a terrible person.
What's that?
Says last time he recommended the game Monsters Ate My Birthday Cake to me.
Is that like a sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
And Monsters in My Pocket. The crossover sequel everybody wanted. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! All right, you got a couple minutes if you got any questions. If you got any questions you want to ask.
Questions.
Who's got questions you want to ask? My Body's Ready says, Joyous Kwanzaa. Happy Holidays, podcast crew, says Mike Rose Peñas.
Thanks.
Roth says, Happy Holidays. Charlie says, Feliz Navidad. Or Police Never Die.
Police never die.
I found somebody singing Police Never Die on
Never
YouTube, by
Die.
the way. I meant to tell you that.
What? There
Yeah.
are others?
Somebody else thought it was Police Never Die.
Hey, anybody else catch
Police Never Die?
my favorite Sweet Boys last show last night?
Oh, Craig Ferguson's last show. Craig Ferguson's last show was last night. The night before was Stephen Colbert's last show.
That's right.
Two big, well, obviously Colbert is bigger than Ferguson. Oh, Ferguson's going to be at the Sands in February. You want to go see him again?
At the casino?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Figured since it's close, why the hell not?
Oh,
Tickets aren't on sale yet, but I looked at the rundown on Ticketmaster because they had a commercial on last night for his upcoming show. What are my plans for
love
Christmas?
them, I love them, I love them, I love them.
Well, Mom Brain and I aren't giving each other gifts because we're going to the Royal Rumble, and that was like ticket gifts. So I bought her ticket, and she's giving me money for my ticket, kind of. And well, so we're not really doing gifts, right?
Well, I got you a Wubble.
Oh.
Do you want to blow it up now? It's inside. It's ready.
I'd love to.
I read reviews online because I was going to buy one for Aiden, and everything I read said they pop like that in like 3 seconds. It was like
no.
It's like an overwhelmingly 1-star review.
No.
I know.
Wubble.
It's an Amazon bestseller, but like
I have to treat it gingerly.
Are people just like jumping on them?
No, a family was like, I guess our grass outside was too much because the second the kids brought it out and it touched the grass.
Grass is sharp.
popped.
Grass
That
is
was
sharp.
some pointy grass.
What are we doing for Christmas? Nothing really. Tomorrow night we're having Mom Brain's mom and dad over because they're going away for Christmas. So they're coming over tomorrow to celebrate.
Well, we traditionally do a Christmas Eve celebration with my parents, which includes homemade pizza and Zamfir, Master of the Pan Flute, and Cards Against Humanity.
And And then on actual Christmas Day, we're just going over to my parents' house, I guess, and hanging out with Nintendo and my mom and dad.
And Dan.
But we'll just wake up and do nothing, I guess.
I like Christmas Day when we wake up and do nothing.
I like every day when you wake up and do nothing. Yeah, you must have a busy day, right?
Well, I mean, it's not too busy. We just like, go to my mom's house, open presents, and then usually go to my uncle's in Denville. But yeah, I don't know. It would be nice to like not have to follow a schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what happens to us is we start getting phone calls from Nintendo. She's like, "Where are you? Why aren't you here yet? Where are you? Why aren't you here yet?"
Well, I mean, but
she
we
wants
go
to
there
do
and then
like
that's
presents
it.
and.
Oh, well, she's not getting presents either because
yeah.
I'm buying her and Dan
was
Royal
bad.
Rumble tickets. So
Yeah.
she was bad. She's not getting tickets because she was terrible. All right,
Cool.
the show's done exporting. I gotta go now.
Hey, so the Wubble, 270 customer reviews, and the score that they give for it, the average score is 1.5 stars.
Well, let's
Yeah.
bust this baby out and
I gotta
bust
go
it.
to ShopRite, but let's bust it.
What are you going to shop right for?
I got to shop for tomorrow, and I don't want to go tomorrow morning. It's gonna be
Merry
crazy.
Christmas!
It'll be a hop, skip, and a jump. So
Mom
if there's
Brain,
stuff you guys.
you never go to ShopRite and come back right away. You are there for at least an hour.
Well, I mean, but it's early.
You don't have to go. Don't go.
I have to go.
We'll go tomorrow morning.
We'll go tomorrow
Yeah.
morning. Yeah.
You realize what you just said.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a wonderful holiday or a wonderful week in general. And GoNintendo will be covering news as regularly. So,
As regularly.
as we usually do. There, now it makes sense. So we will see you here next week, and we'll see you on the podcast next week. And goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.